Talk about the mini war that happened right after the Gallo Profaci War. John Mooney Cutrone, he was an original member of the South Brooklyn gang, a street gang that became the Gallo brothers gang. He took part in the Profaci-Gallo War, and he fought well for the Gallos. In those days, he was so hyper into this that he listed his home address as 55 President Street, the Gallows headquarters, but actually he lived on President Street, just down the street with his wife. Cutrone eventually, this is after Joey Gallo's killed, things are not looking good. Cutrone defected back to the Colombo crime family. He took 15 Gallo soldiers with him. No money was the primary reason, which is logical if you think about it. He's in a war they're going to lose, and they have no income. So the Colombos brought him in. They guaranteed him all an income. They made Cutrone a captain of this crew, this 15-man crew. Albert Gallo, they call him Kid Blast. He's a surviving Gallo brother at this point. He puts a contract out on Cutrone for his crew, and his crew rather. Almost immediately, this mini war breaks out between the Gallo and the Cutrone fractions. It was a Gallo loyalist, James Geritano, wiretapped another guy, Gerry Basciano's telephone, allowing them to plan an ambush. Basciano had defected with the Cutrones to the Colombo crime family. On July 1, 1974, Basciano and Sammy Zahralbam, I'm doing the best I can with that, Zahralbam, is another defector, were shot and wounded on a Brooklyn sidewalk, but escaped. They weren't killed. Escaped serious injury. In August 1974, by the way, the cops later found this whole wiretap thing, and they put him in jail for that. They also found the guy from what was called Bell Telephone in those days, the phone company, who showed him how to do it, and they locked him up too. In August of '74, Cutrone fractions shot and killed his Gallo loyalist, Stevie Cirillo. He'd been playing cards at a charity event in a Brooklyn synagogue. They blasted him away. They fired into the synagogue and got him. He wasn't Jewish. It was like a Las Vegas night. On September 11, 1974, a sniper shot and seriously wounded, again, didn't kill him, Gallo Lieutenant Ponchigliano near Gallo headquarters on President Street. I put a picture in here. The Colombo guys were waiting on the top floor of an abandoned building. When Punchy walked out onto the street, they blasted him from a pretty good distance, too. They injured him badly, but they didn't kill him. In autumn of '74, the Mafia Commission sat everybody down. This is not good. What are we going to do to stop this? And they couldn't come to a conclusion. So the commission said, you know what, from now on, what's left of the Gallows, you go over to Vincent Gigante. He's of the Genovese crime family. He was an upper-coming captain. You're under him. And the rest of you guys, you remain with the Colombo family. And that worked out well for a while until 1976 when somebody, a sniper again, fired 2 gunshots in the Gallows headquarters, and they slightly wounded one of the guys. So now they're part of the Genovese crime family. Albert Kid Blast Gallo, he files a complaint with the Colombo leadership. The Colombos sit down. They call in Cutrone and Basciano. They say, look, sit down, let's talk this out. But neither one of them showed up for the meeting. It was that contemptuous and that stupid, actually. So at this point, all the families had another meeting, and they thought, this guy got to go, Cutrone. He's on June 6, 1976. Basciano was sitting in a luncheonette counter, and a gunman walked in and shot him dead. Cutrone went into hiding. He got dragged back out when he was pulled in April '75. He was convicted of first-degree criminal contempt for hindering an investigation in Nassau County between the mob and legitimate businesses. He served part of the 1-year sentence, but I bet you to his dismay, he got out early. There was a reversal of his conviction. He got out and for some reason started borrowing big from members of the Colombo crime family. I guess he just had no income for a while. Cutrone was killed October 5, 1976, inside Big Danny's luncheonette on the corner of E Street and Avenue M in Midway, East 2nd Street, and Avenue M in Midway, Brooklyn. It's where he usually stopped to have his morning coffee. He was old friends with the owner, Big Danny Muir. For some reason, he sat at that counter sipping his coffee. 2 guys walked in. One of them wore a ski mask. It was around 10:30 in the morning. One of the guys pulls out a pistol. He says, "Hit the deck, everybody." The other man, the one wearing the ski mask, was probably there to identify Cutrone to the shooter. Four of the customers are in the place, drop to the floor. The two owners drop to the floor. Cutrone stupidly gets up and he runs for the door. He doesn't make it. They fire one guy fires 4 shots. One hit him directly in the back of the head. He was dead when he hit the floor. The other 3 shots went over various places. But he was dead, and he was no longer a problem anymore.